your MRI scans? Everything seems
Hello
to be
guys,
normal.
welcome to an
There is no
NGB video
physical
review.
damage from
I'm
the
going to talk
accident.
through Heavy Rain on the PlayStation 4 and talk
However,
through
I am
some
worried
of the stuff
about your
that's been done.
psychological condition.
And in all honesty, there's not a huge
I know
amount that
it's not
has been
easy,
done.
but you've
Essentially,
gotta start over,
this is
Ethan.
the exact same game
You're
with
not
a
responsible
bit of
for
a
what
visual
happened.
overhaul. It's a
It's my fault
PlayStation
Jason
in
is dead.
the PlayStation 4
He'd
remaster in
still
the
be
most
alive
literal
if I'd been
sense.
looking out for him.
Here
was
we
an
are with
accident.
Ethan,
Accidents happen
one of the main
every day.
characters, and
You
know,
can't
looking
blame
at this,
yourself
you can see
forever
it
for
is
your son's
essentially
death.
identical. Like, you still move the analog stick to carry out actions.
How is
You
Sean?
still move around. He is distant.
He's a very solitary kid, you know, very focused
So,
within
let's
himself.
have a look and some of the
He's really
some of the
close
artwork
to
on the
his
wall.
mother.
Yeah, I mean, Heavy Rain
He's
essentially,
more distant.
when it came out, was
What
a
about
game that
you,
was
Ethan?
pretty much a
How
Marmite
do
game.
you feel?
You know, you either loved it or you hated it. I loved it. I think it was
no
you
longer
know,
want to live.
it was a bold game to
I
make
have no
around
reason
the
to
time.
continue.
And I think
Not
essentially
even for your son,
they kind
Sean.
of did the right thing. There were some
couldn't save Jason.
massive gaping plot holes in the game,
Sean doesn't need a father
which
like
yeah, they're still there. They're still there, but
Is there something else you
you've
wanted to tell me?
you know, if you've not played Heavy Rain before, this is a good place to start. Talking about the blackouts.
I sometimes have these blackouts. Times when I don't know what I'm doing. I recover consciousness sometime later.
And therein lies actually one of the bigger points.
but I'm
Without going
someplace
into
else.
spoiler territory, spoiler territory. Sorry,
And
that is one of
I
the
have no idea how
one of the
I
more
got there.
obvious blackouts. One of the most obvious
Do you think this
plot
could be
holes
related to the
in the
accident?
game.
You suffered a massive concussion and were in a coma for 6 months. We really don't know what effect a shock like that can have on the brain. That's the end of this session. We'll continue this conversation next week.
So
You were
it's the
lucky,
same game.
Ethan.
It's
Very rare to
$7.99
survive
if
such a
you've already
traumatic
purchased
accident.
Beyond Two Souls digitally. I'm not 100% sure
I
on
don't
the
exactly
standalone
follow
release
the
plans.
doctor.
However, a box copy is available, and if you want to buy it digitally with Beyond Two Souls, it'll set you back $34.99. It's out this Friday, the 4th of March, and like I say, if you haven't played it before, I'd recommend picking it up. There are some issues with it, like there are many games, but it's
something the matter,
a
Sean?
very interesting experience to play Heavy Rain. The character models,
No,
for the most part,
I'm alright.
still look impressive. I mean, Sean there looks kind of
How did things go
basic,
at school
but
today?
the main characters, so
The
like
teacher
Ethan
yelled at me for being
and
late
all of the
again.
other guys,
She's
they
gonna
look
send me
really,
home
really
next
heavily
time.
detailed, and obviously the 1080p resolution
I'm
is the other
sorry
main
about that,
thing
Sean.
that this
Next
remaster's
time,
brought,
we really pull it together,
and that definitely improves things. You know, you can see in the game now.
Do you want to
so.
eat something?
The main updates, as I say, are purely visual. So you've got
Aren't you gonna go play with the other
improved
kids?
resolution. You've also got improved lighting and shadows, and there's
I
some
don't feel
post-processing
like it.
effects that have been included. And if I'm honest, that's a little bit of a surprise given how long this remaster's taken to get to market. The one with the Beyond Two Souls remaster had quite a few extra bits. I mean, there was obviously
Yeah.
quite a unique mechanic in there where it jumped backwards and forwards in Jodie's life, and they made it so that you could then play in you could play in chronological order. But now there was never anything like that in Heavy Rain. It's a very linear story. It's a very linear path. Yeah, it's if you've not played Heavy Rain before, like I say, I'd probably recommend picking it up just because it's an interesting game. It's a deviation from the norm, and if it's, as I say, if it does indeed go on sale for a standalone price, it's well worth picking up. And hopefully this should bode well for the launch of Detroit Become Human, which will be released at some point. We've yet to get a firm confirmation on that, so if you've been a fan of Quantic Dream before, this, this is entirely up to you as to whether you pick it up. It's literally just the same game. There is a new trophy set. Essentially, it's the same trophies as before, with just the same names, just with the PlayStation 4 logo slapped on the main trophy screen. So, in some respects, that's a little bit strange. But if you're a trophy hunter and you fancy picking up, a bunch of easy trophies, Heavy Rain is a very easy game to platinum. It's just a little bit time-consuming. Yeah, the only thing that you need to do is essentially play through the ending a bunch of times to try and save everybody. But that's where Heavy Rain excels, I think, in some respects. It does encourage multiple playthroughs, and if you're willing to overlook some oversights in the script writing and in the plot, it's worth playing. It's a good game. So that's it. Thanks once again to everybody that tuned in and donated for the live stream over the weekend for the Game Blast 2016 marathon. We managed to raise an incredible £737, I think it was, or £735. Either way, it was way over our target. We expected to, we kind of wanted to hit £500, and we managed to smash that completely. So thank you to everyone that's donated. Thank you to all the PR that gave us some stuff for it as well. It's hugely appreciated, and we hope that you guys, if you won a prize, then you enjoy it. If you didn't, then maybe next time. We're always going to have some stuff to give away. We want to try and do as many competitions and stuff as we can to help you guys out, so you can get some games. As always, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned to NGB, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.